and a privilege for us to connect this morning. Shaun, hey, thanks for your time, buddy.
My pleasure. Thank you. And thank you once again for being in studio with you guys.
Yeah,
Technology
so
makes everything so easy.
true story.
It's always
We
good.
love it. We love it to bits. So Shaun Cairns is from Seed to Harvest, and this is part of the Natural Farmer series, talking about using your backyard to grow your own crops and to grow your own vegetables, fruit, and things like that. But one of the things that is really always a challenge is pests, and you get them in all shapes and sizes. How do we do this? Shaun, take it away for us, bud.
Well, thank you, Jonathan and Rachel. I think the first thing this morning you need to know that 1/3 of the world's entire food production is destroyed by pests. So knowing about pests is very important because pests can damage, a large number of plants, and plants, can be damaged at any stage of growth and when they are being stored. So pests really causes this 1/3 loss of the world's food that's being produced. And when you understand how pests work and and the two types of pests, it's then basically easier to manage the pests and to see at what cycle they are. Now, pests are organisms that damage and weaken the plants. They reduce the ability and the availability of food. There are basically two life cycles of pests. The one life cycle is a 4-stage life cycle. So it goes from an egg to larva to pupa, then to a moth. And you'll get the 3-stage life cycle, which is basically your egg, your nymph, your adult. And these are 3-stage life cycles are like three are grasshoppers, termites, scales, bugs, etc. The 4-scale life cycles are usually like your moths, your butterflies, and beetles. So we have to understand that pests will only attack weak plants that are in distress. So what is your aim? Last week, the previous show, we spoke about how to increase your soil fertility, building up soil fertility, and increasing the immune system of your plant. And that was by feeding it weekly, always feeding it. So that is what you need to do, is to make sure that your plant, just like your body, if you're weak, if your immune system is weak, that's when disease comes and sickness comes, viruses comes. So we keep our immune system up and we keep our body strong, and that's the same as the plant. So your goal is to focus on soil fertility, and in that way you can then reduce the destruction of pests that causes, to the crops. Now, there's two ways that pests really affect your plant. They either chew or they suck. So you get the ones that are chewing or sucking. So cutworms chew through the stems, weevils chew holes in seeds. You find bollworms and leaf rollers. They chew along the surface. Tuta absoluta, they'll make like trails on your plants. And that's the two types of things that pests do. So sucking pests are mainly your red spider mite, your stink bug, thrip, termite, scales, etc. So how do we control pests? Well, that is the magic question, because when you're growing organically, you're dealing with nature, and the best solution is to work with nature. So controlling pests is very important. That how do we'll never be able to get rid of them, but we can control them. And the session is a bit too short to get into the details of pest control, but today we'll basically just give you an overview around of what you need to do. Sort of 13 pointers for organic principles and management of pest control. But you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Seed the number 2 Harvest. Check out, I do a whole segment on this. You can watch the video over, and there's some great details in there. But number 1, design your garden using permaculture principles. Number 2, build healthy soil. Number 3, grow healthy plants. Number 4, plant an insect-free area. I know it sounds crazy, but plant lavender, plant bushes where insects can live in, create a beneficial insect habitat. Number 5, trick your pests, disguise your plants. Number 6, learn to read the clock of nature. Number 7, rotate and plant various crops together. Don't plant just one row of cabbage. Plant 2 cabbages, some spring onion. So, create this trap crops. Leave a sacrificial plant. If you see this plant being attacked by insects, don't pull it out. He's taking one for the team. Leave it there. Let them chew away on it. Create barrier plants. Set up duck or chicken tractors to do the work for you. Experiment with some homemade potions. And like I said, on our YouTube channel, we've got a few homemade potions that can, like garlic and chili, boiling those kind of mixes as well, using natural insecticides. And then if you need to, and you're growing for community gardens, or you're growing as a small scale farmer, unfortunately, you have to use commercial organic sprays, which we do have available as well. But that will help to then mitigate and reduce the effect of insects.
That is brilliant, Shaun. And I love it. I love the fact that, as you were saying, it's when you're sick that, or when your immune system is down as a human being, that you get sick. Same
Yeah.
with plants. So just such practical advice. Thank you so much for chatting to us. And ladies and gentlemen, maybe you tuned in a little bit late. Don't worry. We've captured it on our Facebook and YouTube. You can go listen to it again. And of course, always connect to Seed to Harvest. Shaun Cairns and the team, they can also give you some great advice. Shaun, always an honor and a privilege to chat to you.
Jonathan, one more thing. You've got to play detective and look for symptoms and signs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's
Yes.
very important. Hey, be detective.
Absolutely.
And the other thing, you kind of mentioned it, but I just wanted to reinforce it, was the fact that there are some good insects, like spiders.
Absolutely.
Spiders are good insects. They help control. Earlier, bats were mentioned, about the role that bats play in the garden and how they chobble up mosquitoes and things like that. So,
Yes.
yeah, there's some
That's
good.
what's important, to get to know your beneficial and non-beneficial insects and becoming familiar with the life cycles, so you understand how they work and think.
There we go. Shaun Cairns, great to chat to you. We've got your details up on the screen. Seed and then the numeral 2 Harvest. You can go check it out on the World Wide Web, on Facebook, and on other places. Thanks for chatting to us this morning. God bless.
Thank you.